cleaning the Brinsea Mini 2 Advance. Alright. So first thing I've done, I've taken the power cord out. Alright. So we can tell it's a little dirty. We can really look down in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see up in there, but we got some feathers. Yep, on the fan. You see them? Yep. Nasty little buggers. Alright. So we got that. We're going to set this aside for now. The main thing we're going to be cleaning first is going to be this. So, taking the little brush guard off, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a good rinse. It's got a little bit of junk on it, not much. Just going to use old standard water. Give it a good washing. Now, if you can't hear me over this, you can use a standard disinfectant spray if you wish. I'm not going to be using this incubator for quite a while, possibly till late summer. Right now we're still in. Well, right now we're in late winter, so I'm looking maybe mid to late summer to use it again. So you can use a disinfectant if you wish on this, but right now, in my particular case, not too bad. Alright, so now we got the bottom plate. So there's some feathers up in there. I'm gonna give this thing a rinse. I'm gonna show you what other thing we need to look at on this thing. Alright. So got the rinse part out of the way. Now, on this bottom piece, so you put water in here while you're incubating and it comes into here. And then this right here is your reservoir. This is your overflow. Alright. On the bottom, you got this little hose, this little plastic hose. Look in there and make sure there's no gunk up in there. Give it a good look. Make sure there's no blockages, anything like that right there to stop the water from getting in here. There's a lot of times when you cut the incubator on, you're not really looking in there, unfortunately. And you can't really get a good look at it when you got all the other stuff in the way. So, good rule of thumb, just make sure that it's clear. So now I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a good little washing. Boy, I tell you what, it's dirty. It is dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. I've got a cat running through the house at 100 miles an hour. Some of that's refusing to come out with your standard wash. So you gotta warm the water up a tad. A lot of people are using warm water anyways. Me, I'm just some random guy that just sucks at cleaning. You think, oh, those years and years for us, they thought we got it clean properly. They tried. So for the most part, got it clean. Looking pretty spit shiny. Pretty neat. I'm going to set that off to the side. Alright, so our next piece. This is a fun piece. Won't really be, well, we'll use water for this fan guard. But to get that fan guard out, we need the old Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, so in here, there's 4 screws. There's one here, 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 and here. We're going to use those 4 screws. Alright. There's little holes in here that just kind of caught me off guard. So I'm going to go ahead and speed y'all through this. So y'all, you got to sit here for 10 minutes watching me undo screws. Alright. Got them all loose. I'm going to pull out this fan guard. Alright. Now these 4 screws, I'm going to try and get them out of here nice and safely, because you don't want to lose these. Although, to be honest with you, if one of these was missing, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'd rather not. Alright, so got the 4 screws. I'm going to set them inside the tray that we just cleaned. Alright, so we can wash this right here with water. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this over to the side. We don't want to get this wet. There's soap on this rag, I promise. Shaky shake action off to the side, and voila, it is clean. Needs to be dried off, but we'll do that later. I'll set it over there on that bottom. All right, so put that over there. All right, we don't want to get these internals wet, or if we do, we don't get them that wet. All right, so in here, this fan, it comes out just like you'd have in a computer. Okay, so. Basically, that's essentially a computer fan. Just get a little two-pronged bit down in here, so you just pull it out. I don't know if you can see it. It connects right down in there. Now, the only thing we got to watch out for is there's a little blue dot right here. Not sure if you'll be able to see that either. That blue dot is a sensor. We don't want to get that thing wet if we can help it. So I'm gonna move the fan out. Move it over here. Now. I'm not doing a very thorough clean here, to be honest with you. So, what I'm going to tell you is, if you want to do it properly, use a vacuum cleaner. And if you want to do it the nice quick way like I am right here, by all means, the dry paper towel does the trick. If you want to disinfect it, we'll be using this in a minute anyhow. Clorox disinfecting wipes. We'll be using that in here because I don't want to run water through that. And a dry paper towel ain't going to do that any good either. So I'm just running this dry paper towel through here, getting these edges cleaned out, these little corners, getting all of that gunk off of there, spread it all around my house. I'm going to vacuum up anyhow later. Get all that done. Okay, well. The little blades in there. Although, really and truly, the back of these blades right here, they wasn't that dirty to begin with, but these front ones were. Alright, so the reason for that is, this fan, if I can find little bitty arrows on it, they're going to be right here. So we got one arrow pointing up, one arrow pointing that way. So, the way this was orientated was, this label was to the top. So, in this instance, let's say the label was sitting up in there like that. Okay? So what that means is air is going to go up. It's going to hit the sides of the incubator and it's going to go down. Just like you would do a fan in the winter, a nice ceiling fan. You'd have it where it's blowing air up, hitting that heat up at the top of the ceiling, and blowing it down the walls back at you. Same kind of concept. Just in an incubator. Alright. So, yeah. It's looking pretty clean. So a few blows. Looking good. So I'm going to set this off to the side over next to the other tray. Alright, so this bad boy. I'm going to throw this down. This bad boy right here. There's a circuit board in there. We don't want to get that wet. There's a sensor right there. A little bitty blue thing. We don't want to get that wet either. If we can help it. Honestly, if the sensor gets a little wet, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. But I'd rather not. I may be wrong. That thing may just fry like something else. Like nothing you've ever seen before if it gets wet. I'm not in the business of making sensors or testing them. So, I couldn't tell you. So I'm using these disinfectant wipes. They're nice and wet. They'll grab all kinds of gunk when they go through. I mean, look at all that. Ugh. So, I'm going to fold that so we grab some more. So, if I get off to the side, I'm sorry. We're just wiping down the edges here. Trying to get these nice and clean. Here's my ice maker going back here. Alright, we get it all the way down at the bottom, best we can. As one right here along these wires heading to the motor. This motor, this is what turns. This is what turns your eggs. So, get all that done up right there. Yeah. I'm gonna grab another wipe. Throw that one away. And we got this little wipey wipe right here. Give this thing a nice little use it. Most of the gunk is gone. The biggest part of it now, other than the bit right here on this top bit. Shit, I just touched the sensor. So hopefully it still works. It's not hard. It's not hard to touch it. Trust me. It's just there, sticking out. I think it's a thermometer, if I had to guess, because this thing does not have a humidity control on it. Best I can tell, you're just kind of winging it by putting water in that reservoir. Which, by the way, not gonna lie, seems to work pretty good. 11 out of 12 eggs, and I'm pretty sure that last egg was something internal with the egg, and not the incubator. I could be wrong, but it just didn't seem like it was the incubator on that. I think that was the egg. I mean, sometimes, just like how people have miscarriages, little chickies just don't hatch, even though everything was going good. Sometimes it just, that's why I always say, don't you count your chicks before they hatch. Alright, so, looks like we're all clean. I'm going to hit this little edge here. And I'm going to say that's done. Hit that with a paper towel, because something about having chemicals, like Clorox, inside of an incubator just doesn't sit right with me. It may be just fine. But it's just that part of it. It just doesn't sit that well. I'm just kind of just tapping it around, using what I can, not doing too much. Alright. So something I didn't know about this incubator until just now, really, is there are holes in the sidewall. Well, there's one. There's a hole right there in that sidewall. Oh, interesting. Almost like didn't realize that was there. So now that we got that done, we got the top clean, we got the bottom clean, time to put this bad boy back together. First thing we're going to do, fan. Now remember, easiest thing to remember was the label was like that. Let's say that label's not there. Well, we know that air goes that way to the top of the incubator. So we just have to look for the old arrows. And the arrow that's pointing at the top of the incubator is the direction it'll go. So either way, we already know we're going to cheat. We're going to have this right here. But now we got to be able to put this in on the, we got to be able to plug this bad boy in. So what we're going to try and do, I'm going to go ahead and try and do that, because replacing this incubator to this fan is going to be a pain in the butt. So let me try and get that bad boy in there. Come on, fan. You can do it. There we go. That sensor. I don't know where that sensor's at. Alright. Now, when we get to it, there's some notches in here. Here and there and there and there. Those little notches will line up with the little holes on the fan. So it'll help you kind of keep it centered. What I'm going to do, I think I'll be good and set to do it this way. Yeah, maybe we ought to go that way. I'd like to be able to keep. Yeah, it's just going to have to work. Yeah. Alright, I wanted to keep it off those bands. So I think we're set. I think we're good there. I assume these bands are for heat. It's just weird. They feel weird. Alright, so now this lid here, I'm going to give this thing a little bit of a drying off too. Before I put it on top of all those electronics. But now I'm only going to do that. I'm only going to dry off this piece. The rest of them, I'm just going to run the incubator for about an hour after this. But dry. Because I'm going to put this thing away in the original box. So I want the, kind of want it dry. As dry as it'll get. So run it for an hour, let it get the temperature, take the lid off, put it in the box. Well, that's the plan anyhow. We'll see how that actually works out. Alright, so there's the same way with this fan, there's little notches. So these little notches we got to put screws inside of. So now we got it pre-placed, we got it sitting in there. Ain't going anywhere. Unless we flip it over, then it will. So that's why we got to put the screws in. So I'm going to pre-place these screws into the little holes. Alright, for the most part. Pretty simple. You wouldn't believe this is my first time cleaning this. How about that? It's actually a little easier than I thought it was going to be. Alright. Oh, granted it actually cuts on because I did hit the sensor a while ago. So we'll go ahead and screw these in and I'll let you fast forward on through that. Alright, now that they're put in there, make sure you don't strip those screws. Do not strip them screws. Please. And thank you. Alright. Just I don't know if anybody's ever watched Letterkenny. I just like that little phrase from the show. Alright, so there's the bottom nice and clean. Here's the top nice and clean. Let's put it all together and voila. One incubator ready to go. Nice and clean. That's what I'm talking about. Now, those little eggs that can go in there and hatch in the summer. I gotta say this.